Celtics find themselves down 0-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Can they bounce back against this tough Miami Heat team? I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Jimmy Toscano, Josue, Pavon, and Bobby Manning. Heat now 10-1 in the playoffs. Just an incredible playoff run so far, and they're proving that they have the talent, yes, but that they're deep and they're playing together, something that really fell apart for the Celtics in Game 2. If this continues, is this series over? Because I personally don't see the Celtics winning 4 out of the next 5 games against this Heat team playing at that caliber.
I don't think it's over necessarily. Now, the fight and some of the things that we talked about in the other video after concerned me a bit, because I felt like these are just minor things they have to pick up, like getting back especially, and then just some of the shot selection and offensive flow. We saw progress in that tonight. Enes Kanter, valuable minutes tonight. They made adjustments. Romeo Langford, that was tough because it was working for 80 seconds and then he goes down injured. So, and then, Josue made a suggestion after the game that I don't think we're going to mention here either, but they're doing everything they can, X's and O's wise. So I don't think it's over, but I'm growing a little more concerned after some of the post-game developments there.
Yeah, it's concerning. It is because of the timing of this whole thing, right? I mean, they don't have a whole lot of time. I think that extra day would be a lot more helpful if it was right now for this Celtics team, because that's what they need. They just need to take a deep breath and think things through. What really frustrated the most with the Celtics was obviously the lack of transition defense, but it seems like it happens in doses. It's like once the lead is gone, or at least close to it, it's almost like they go into straight panic mode, and it's like a minute left in the fourth quarter in their mind. That's how I saw it in that third quarter, and it's just snowballed and snowballed. They got that breather right before the fourth quarter. They looked a whole lot better, but they just haven't been able to keep that intensity and keep that physicality. I love seeing Enes Kanter tonight because I thought that he was going to bring that, and I thought that
he was so good in the first half.
He was, but again, consistency, and can they prolong this? They're doing the things they need to do to beat the Miami Heat. They're just not keeping it going consistently, and the Miami Heat are going to make you burn. They're going to make you pay for it every single time. They've been doing it all season long.
So are you saying it's not over, or are you saying it's over?
It's not over. It is not over, but stop blowing leads because Miami
is not over. Okay, I'm also going to say it is not over. I can't say it's over yet because of a few reasons. One, the Heat haven't overmatched the Celtics. You're not seeing a talent discrepancy there. In fact, the Celtics have gone up big against the Heat in both games. They've just blown those leads. To me, it comes down to, in this bubble especially, because the bubble's like the great equalizer, the team that plays like a team is going to win. And we're seeing that with the Nuggets right now, right? I mean, they've made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and nobody thought that they were talented enough to get there. And the Celtics have made it this far. They're a team. The Heat have made it this far because they're playing like a team. Look at the Sixers. They didn't have a chance. When the Celtics get into trouble is when they stop playing like a team down the stretch. They stop doing what's gotten them to this point. They start to play hero ball. They start to play iso ball. They make stupid turnovers. They dribble into traffic and they go nowhere. Whereas the Heat seem to continue to play with that, like whip the ball around, give it to the guy who's open, and make the smart play. So I'm not going to say it's over. If the Celtics lose Game 3, it's over. It's over. If the Celtics lose Game 3, but not yet.
I'm okay with being the only pessimist of the group right now, but Jason Tatum obviously saying it's overwhelming to think of it like you have to win the next 4 out of the 5 games against a team that just beat you the last 2. So he said, you just got to win the next one. So what do the Celtics need to do to win the next one? Is the X factor a possible Gordon Hayward return, or can they do it with the group they have?
I don't think Hayward's going to be ready for Saturday. If he wasn't ready today, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. But if you survive Saturday, that layoff to Wednesday could make a big difference there, especially that he's been upgraded to doubtful into this game. So on Saturday, if they don't have him, we talked about on post-game, you got to get Jaylen Brown going. And that burst he gave them at the end of regulation tonight was huge. He's drilling the corner threes. They found him in his spot. Against the middle of the zone, when Smart passed up some of those shots when he had open space there, I could see Brown drilling those, so maybe you put him in there. Just making him a more involved part of the offense. Jimmy, we had a big fight in that Toronto series when he shot 30 times. I love that because he was aggressive. He was involved. He should be the second option on this team on many nights. And that's what we needed to see tonight. It's what we're definitely going to need to see in game 3.
I don't think I ever want to see Jaylen take 30 unless he's going off completely. That's
yeah, dude. I mean, listen, meet me
that's a lot of
halfway.
shots. That's a whole lot of shooting. So, but I'm with you though. He does need to get more touches, and I think that had some. Again, I'm speculating again, but maybe they were talking about that in the locker room. Maybe that was, maybe
they
that
did
was on his
talk about
mind.
it in practice the other day.
I mean, at halftime, it just seemed like from a body language perspective, like just from looking at him, it just seemed like he was constantly open and looked visibly frustrated. And then there were 2 instances where he did get the ball. One of the passes went through his legs, and he sort of gave him that look like, come on, man. And then another one in the corner, deep in the corner, a three-pointer that would have been, easy for him to make, just was out of reach, So I just think the frustration sort of boiled over a bit because then he finally does get to, take things into his own hands. And look what happened. I mean, he was 1 3-pointer away from saving the Celtics, and which would have been a 9-point swing or maybe a 5 or 6-point swing, something like that. Would have been all Jaylen at the end of that game. So yeah, he's earned it at this point. And if you're Brad Stevens, you got to set him up.
100%. Well, for all the rest of our Celtics content, you can find it on our website at clnsmedia.com and on our YouTube channel at Celtics All Access.